Dark Visions is back. This time it's here for 2 weeks, guys. So we're going to be going over the final 3 stages. This is going to be Anima, Diabolos, and Asura for Dark Visions. Give you guys what I've used, the lazy man strategy, all of that good stuff to get you through there as quickly and efficiently as possible. So let's go and check it out. Thanks for spending that time here today. We're tackling these 3 bosses here, and the first one we're going to be going over is Anima. So Anima, my party for Anima. I've already done this, obviously, so let's go load this up. We need to be doing dark damage here. Why is Anima weak to dark? I am not actually sure, but you know, you have to take that up with Anima. So this is the party that I'm using here. Adam Jensen's almost always in my party for Dark Visions with the Mirage. Tifa, we're in here right now against a physical weak boss. We're bringing her. Mastermind Zahn, doing Mastermind Zahn things. Lauren's coming in, doing some breaking as well as damage. Marie allows me to be super lazy. That's why we're bringing her for the Love You All effect. And then we're bringing Stern for more of the visions for our Dark Imbue / Dark Imperil. So let's load this team up here, make sure it's all geared up. I have it right here, Anima, and it doesn't look like anything's going to swap, but I'm going to have all the gear swap for me. So this is going to be what accomplishes that. So let's go load into the battle here. Check out the old Anima, and this is going to be a pretty 1-2 punch strategy here. So what we're going to be doing here is the typical things here. We're going to be using Lauren. We're going to make sure that we're doing our break. We're going to get our Blade of Devotion here for some extra damage. And then I think I'm going to try to generate some crystals here with Tempest Flash. So we're going to do it in the reverse order there because I want to damage the boss all too much in this time. So we're going to be triple blading with Stern here. We just kind of need the Dark Imbue. So we're going to go in with Anton. That's what we're doing there. And then we're going to self-sacrifice for the attack buff for our team. And maybe do a little bit of something else there as well so we can gain some LB crystals, because we're trying to fill up Tifa, because remember guys, we cannot use Tifa's imbue / attack buff right now due to the fact that we can't water imbue with her. So I actually have her in a little bit of a high tide-esque build here. This is going to help me get those LB crystals, 825% high tide, 5 LB per turn. And we are using Call of the Wild here to gain an extra 8 as we load into the fight. That's why she already has some LB crystals there. So we're going to go ahead and do this stuff with those 2 characters in the back. We're going to use Excessive Love here on Marie. This is going to give us 100% all resist to every element in the game for 1 single turn, as well as the Defense and Spirit bonus. But if you need a couple of turns to set up, maybe using a Dragoon or anything like that, if you're using Marie with Zahn, when you go to copy the element imbues off of your Zahn, you're going to be copying the element resistance buffs with Marie as well. So that's a very easy way to get in there and just be as lazy as possible in Dark Vision. So our high tide's doing work here, so we can Brave Shift, boom. All we really need to use in this form here is Awakened Fighting Spirit, so that's all I'm going to cast there. And the Mastermind's on, we're going to copy our stuff up. We're going to be copying Elemental Imbue on Stern there, and we're going to also be copying the Critical Mirror on Stern as well, because he did do that attack buff, so we're going to be doing that for you. And then we're going to project this over to our team there. And as you are going to be able to see, all of this stuff right now is 1 turn, and you can see it now. All of it is 4 turns, including the resistance buff. So if you need a couple of turns to set up, that's what I use Marie for in some circumstances. She's just easy access to just kind of get in there, get you 100% resist on everything, and it's just an easy way to do that, honestly. So now we're gonna go in here. We're gonna be AR chaining with Adam Jensen. He's dual wielding, so his Typhoon explosive system hits 2 times, and we're gonna be double casting down here because I can't remember if Zahn is dual wielding or not. So we get our AR chains. Lauren's gonna come here, Brave Shift into her Brave Shift form. We're going to triple Twin Blade and cast off the Twin Blade dances. And then Stern's going to come in here and cast some of his stuff as well here. So we're going to go in here. He's going to get the Imperils all set up, and we're going to cast this and then cast this and then punch the boss. And then I don't know if I did this right, but let's see what happens here. At the end of the day, ooh, we missed out on some of that stuff. This one was not the greatest one. Probably didn't even cap. Oh, we did cap damage anyway. All right, never mind. We messed up. We got him anyway. So we got him anyway. Stern almost ran out of mana there. So that was how we do Anima in 2 turns. Fairly simple sort of strategy. The elemental resistance, fantastic. AoE Mirage, fantastic. Draw attacks, fantastic. And we're going to be doing something very similar here for Diabolos. This team is not going to hit cap because I haven't actually put the full team together for this yet as far as going for light damage. I think I do have Kuja available to me if I so desire. So let's go in here and run through Anima, and we're going to be doing fire damage, I do believe, right now with this party. This is the kind of team Yes, we're going to bring Tifa. Don't do this. All right, but Tifa would be replaced by another magic damage dealer. So I'm using Rem with some Bolting Strike chaining. If you guys have like Elena, fantastic choice here as well. So let's load up my Diabolos party's gear. Get in here. We're doing fire damage as well with this party. Remember, so we're in the fire party slot here. Same sort of circumstances. This time, though, we're not using Lauren for damage. We're using Lauren as the breaker. And then we are going to be using her her AoE chaining skill, the AR skill, in conjunction with Zahn. So that's what we're using her there for this time. So Lauren's going to come in here, triple twin blade. We don't need to use Blade of Devotion this time because we're not doing anything. So we're just going to Tempest Flash for some LP crystals there, and then break. Tifa, I'm going to leave her in this form, guys. Remember, if I was to go in here and Brave Shift, she's not going to have the High Tide gear on anymore. So you want to leave her like this if you're using that sort of similar strategy here. Then we're going to come up here, and we are using Rem. So we have triple Twin Blade spell. We have Break Sight Rem, which we want to use. This is going to give us Machine and Demon Killer. He is a demon there. So we're going to be using Accelerate, because Accelerate actually makes this go up to a 50% buff there on the Demon Killer. So let's go ahead and use that, and then we can go ahead and just hit him with Flying Daggers. Zhuanglu Xinglong, it's going to be our imbuer today. So we're going to go up here, and we're going to use Elemental Arts Inferno Fists, and we're going to use Azure Dragon Style, and that should make us A-okay. Marie, once again, is going to come down here and use Excessive Lover, and we're going to hit this stuff here, and we have the LB Crystals ready for Tifa, so we're going to Brave Shift her. And then once again, remember, we're not water imbuing. We cannot do that. So we're just using the LB damage bonus here. She's not really going to be doing a crazy amount of damage, but it'll be enough to get you through the fight. So keep that in mind. So we're going to elemental imbue that right there. Critical Mirror. I think we have Critical Mirror of something on Marie. If I remember this correctly, I have opposition on Marie, so I can copy that attack buff over to Tifa, so she's going to be a little bit higher in attack than if she didn't have an attack buff whatsoever. Keep that in mind as well if you're running out of weird options. She's mainly ungeared, but you have these weird sort of pre-buffs materials as well floating around in the game that you can use to pass off on characters. I know it's a really weird thing to do, but we used it in this circumstance. So we're going to come in here. We have our evade, draw attacks on, doing work. And then now what we're just going to be doing is we're just going to be damaging the boss. So we're going to triple spell Rem here, and we're going to hit Seraphim Strike for the Imperial, Flying Daggers. And we're going to come down here, Tactical Fusion, Palm Strikes. Tifa's going to True Final Heaven here, and then we're going to triple cast some AR here. Tempest Flash on Lauren, triple cast that, and then come down here, Catch Me If You Can, and then triple cast the Obscure Solitude. And let's get in here, let's pop this off, and then pop the ones in the back off, and then punch the boss. Boom. A little bit of damage, not a whole lot, but just enough for us to finish this boss off. Obviously want to use, hybrid would be better in a lot of circumstances, but it's enough for me to get through the fight. I think that's the lowest amount I've ever done on this boss, actually. Maybe it's the highest amount. I'm about to look like the biggest fool of all time. Who knows? Who knows? New highest amount, a new record. Okay, cool. Well, I have to come back here, and I have to build a mage team to finish that one up. And then we're going to come down here, and let's do Asura. Asura I've done before, but this is like the second time I'm going to do it. This is going to be a different party here, so we're going to be doing water, and we're going to be loading in the Asura team that I haven't actually ran through yet, so hopefully this works out. We're going to be taking the lovely duo of Zahn and our boy Adam Jensen. Once again, Tifa, Lauren, Crown Prince Noctis, and then we also are going to be taking in the man himself, Cloud Strife. So we're going to be passing off the Elemental Imbue from Tifa to the whole team, and we're also going to be passing off the Man-Eater buff from Noctis to the whole team. So let's see how this works out here. We have killer buffs, as many as I can do in this sort of team and scenario here. This time Lauren is going to be using the High Tide gear that I have up. She could maybe be equipping a couple more there, but this should be okay. And let's see if we can make it to round 3, turn 3, and destroy him on that turn, or we could try turn 2. Either one. We'll probably do turn 2 for the video, just so we can cut one extra turn out of it. If I take it to turn 3, I could probably get Lauren's Limit Burst off as well, so we could do that there. So Crown Prince Noctis here, we're going to be quintuple casting here, and we're just going to be making sure that we are using where is it at? Where's the sword? Where's the Sword Slayer? Human Slayer right there. Sword of the Tall. The Sword Slayer. Yes, Sword of the Tall. We're casting these things here. And then we're going to be casting True King Awaken there for us right there. We're going to cast this up here. Let's get in a little bit of LB Gauge Crystal Fill, Blade of Devotion in the break. Cloud can just come in here. Cloud doesn't really need to do a whole lot, so we can just make sure we use Ignition, I suppose. Tifa is available to just go right on ahead and Brave Shift right away. But, you know, we're hitting things anyway, so let's just make sure that we see if we can get a little bit of a couple crystals, because I don't remember exactly what I put on her. But let's see what happens here, because we took the Call the Wall off of her, put it on Lauren there, and she got a couple good enough. We'll swap this over, triple limit, concentration for the attack boost, water imbue, LB damage buff, and we have a breakup, so we don't need to worry about that. Now we can go for the turn 3 kill here because we did get Lauren filled up there, so maybe we should give that a go for the test of science, as they say. We're going to critical mirror. We need to critical mirror Noctis for the Man-Eater buff there, and we're going to elemental mirror Tifa here as well. Oh, we can't do turn 3 because we just used our skill, so it looks like we're locked in and dead set on the turn 2. If you want to do turn 3, you can't Brave Shift your Tifa right away. I'm just so used to doing it. Doing the old turn 2 strategy, that's just kind of what I locked myself into. So we're going in here. You don't really need any of that crazy elemental resistances that you do in a lot of the other previous fights. So what we're going to be doing here, we're just going to swap this on over. Boom, Brave Shift. We're going to triple her SR skill down here, Twin Blade Dance. If we waited till turn 3, she would be doing a little bit more damage there. We're going to swap him on over here. All right, as well. Now, I have him in this form. True Double Hand would probably be better. He's got more Man-Eater. He has a Man-Eater buff in the normal form, but I have all my TDH gear on Lauren right now, so he's over here in a dual wield form. Noctis, I think we're just going to try to get you to cast, buddy, just one chain finishing point blank Orb Strike plus. Let's see if I can time that right. It's been literally a million years. AR skill here, and we're going to dual cast an AR skill down here as well, and we're going to get this punch in here with the True Final Heaven. So we're going to start up Noctis, and then the back line, and then the front line. So we got to count to like, I think it's like 3, 1, 2, 3, go. See what happens. Punch, damage, things are happening. Where did we get to? Where did we go? I don't know. She is really, wow, she's really turning red there. Damage cap, mission acquired. Didn't even need to wait till turn 3. I could have gotten a little bit more burst off on 3 there with that team as well. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take that W there. So I definitely need to go back and, you know, get a actual magic team together, take that Tifa out of there. I was doing that just so I could get this video out to you guys for sure. But I do have a Kuja. I could UOC Kuja's Prism and come back and clean this one up. And it also would help me. I think the other one that I'm not capped on is the normal Fire and Light as well. And I think I'm missing a couple points on like Titan or something like that. So this is my lazy strategy there for a lot of Dark Visions. A lot of the earlier ones, I literally take like Marie and Zonda, pretty much all of these things. It helps you get through it quicker, and it also is very safe. You also gain a little bit of extra damage because you don't have to gear up for elemental resistances, things like that. And it saves you a bunch of time. Be like, do I need to bring this character for resist, or do I need to bring that character for resist? I just don't. I just bring her instead, and it costs a party slot, but also saves a lot of time for you guys. And you might get higher scores without her, but the whole time save thing is why you might be seeing her pop up in a lot of my Dark Visions parties. There, it's just ease of use and access requirements. So thank you guys so much for coming and chilling. Hopefully you guys are doing Dark Visions out there, having fun. I like the new format for sure, where it's not like 90,000 bosses per day. This is the most amount of fights I think we've had in a while, but I definitely do like the final 3 areas just being boss, boss, boss. The previous ones, guys, if you want guides for those, they're going to work out pretty much the same way as these 3 hard ones. The other ones are going to be easier versions with the same sort of requirements and mechanics: AoE elemental damage, AoE physical damage in some of those fights, single target. All of the things that we just used for these final bosses are going to work out well for you for these ones down here. You know, the only thing that's going to change is the element that you're using and the type of monster that you're fighting against, but you still have physical fights and magical fights, so keep that in mind there as well. So if you want to see more stuff, guys, have fun, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.